social networking. Presented to Professor Paul Winner. Presented by Amanda Fusco, Bianca Baez, Amy Butler, and Milton Restituto.
Good evening, Professor Paul Joyner. This is our group and this is our presentation. My name is Milton Restituto.
My name is Amy Butler.
I'm Amanda Fusco.
And I'm Bianca Baez. We decided to do our project on conflict and social networking. The subtopics chosen are global conflicts of social media, cyberbullying, social networking and crime, and social media and conflict in the workplace.
Social media has been known to create conflicts in many aspects of life, for example, in the workplace where too much personal information can be traced, issues involving predators, or on a personal level affecting friendships and relationships. It is never thought that social media could have such a negative effect on a grander scale, affecting communities, nations, and many countries to the extreme of causing social media warfare. Tyler Clementi of Rutgers University is one of the most recent and fatal social media-related acts of cyberbullying. Clementi, a freshman at Rutgers, announced publicly prior to attending that he was gay. The roommate of Clementi, Dharam Ravi, researched Clementi online and then posted on his Twitter account, "Just found out my roommate is gay. Yay." This began to escalate after the first few weeks of attending school when Clementi asked to use the room alone with his partner. Ravi said that he wished to place a webcam in the room so he might see if anything would be stolen. After viewing the webcam, Ravi then recorded the acts and broadcasted it on social media and networks and announced on Twitter and various other social media sites to view his recordings. Clementi was devastated after finding out his private encounter was made public. He requested to move to a single room thereafter, but the university was unable to grant his request at the time. After a few days, Clementi posted on his Facebook account, "Jumping off the George Washington Bridge. I'm sorry." Shortly after, officials found the body of Clementi. These acts displayed a domestic form of social media warfare. It not only affected the families, but the whole LGBTQ community. With millions of people following social media networks such as Twitter and Facebook, it has never been easier to market and advocate issues. According to TheNation.com, a large anti-vaccine advocacy spread by Oprah and Jenny McCarthy has influenced many people to not vaccinate their children due to the fear of vaccination leading to diagnosis of autism, when in fact no scientific evidence proves any vaccination is the cause to autism. In fact, the CDC reports a total of 124,757 illnesses to date that are linked directly to not being vaccinated, 1,296 deaths to date of people not being vaccinated, and 0 people to date of being diagnosed with autism that has been scientifically linked to vaccinations. It is the ease of following social media and the power of figures such as Oprah that convince social media users to jump on their campaign. This is scary in the case of any influential person can convince a magnitude of followers to enact on their beliefs. Social media warfare was first introduced during the most recent and widespread Israeli conflict with Gaza. It began with when the Israeli Defense Force and Hamas started sharing video and clips on YouTube, posting messages on Facebook and Twitter, and even images on Instagram. This initiated a widespread and very heated debate that many reporters began following and actively participating in. The discussions, and due to the media coverage showing the posts, there was a massive response from the public as they shared images, posts, videos that support their point of view. This became a huge issue when Israeli Defense Forces launched Operation Pillar of Defense, which was voiced through social media, even giving its own hashtag. Several reports state that the Israeli army attacked citizens not to post details of any attacks or troop movements on social media sites such as Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram due to the fact that it might reveal specific locations of the intended targets. The Israeli Defense Forces stated on a blog bloggers, tweeters, and Facebook friends of Israel were reminded by our IDF contacts not to say exactly where rockets have landed or even when or where alert sirens have been blared. The siren and landing reports are helping the terrorists hone their aim, making it a bit easier to target and kill civilians. It is one thing to say that troops are building outside of Gaza, and it's another something totally different reporting that you saw a tank moving down Main Street at 3 p.m. That information can tell Hamas where and when a land action may be coming. According to the IDF's Twitter post on October 27th, there have been over 20 rockets fired into Israel from Gaza Strip since the beginning of 2013. Earlier that day, they posted this tweet: "Breaking. A mortar shell recently fired from Gaza Strip landed in southern Israel," as a hashtag retweet to share the truth. There are many hashtags like the one in this post. These hashtags lead to a whole page of disputes between civilians from all across the world. For example, when looking up hashtag Hamas, there is a post where an American man, First Mate 1060, who states hashtag Iran, hashtag Hezbollah, hashtag Hamas are fools for underestimating hashtag Israel. Period. Hashtag Israel has the right to defend itself, which was a direct retweet from another Israel Twitter member named Shalom for Israel.
Conflict is everywhere we turn, a natural process for people to go through because people are different, even online, known as cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is when there is conflict online or not face-to-face, and it comes in many forms. Conflict shows up a lot through cyberbullying because the social network is extremely popular in today's generation. According to DoSomething.org, about 75% have visited a website bashing other students. Cyberbullying often takes place through websites. An example is Facebook. The bully will have an ongoing conflict with the victim until they are caught or the victim decides to do something tragic to themselves. The problem with these social networks is that it creates conflict through cyberbullying. These social networks do not monitor or filter the words that are posted. Google came out with a new technology that can help protect people from cyberbullies. Google unveiled a new technology called Proxy that allows citizens under some regimes to bypass government censorship or surveillance software to surf the web. Google will present a new map that highlights cyber attacks taking place around the world in real time according to the Times of India. Computers are not the only source for cyberbullying. Cell phones are becoming the new source for cyberbullies. Bullying over texting is becoming much more common according to Enough is Enough. People who send pictures to other people over the phone, known as sexting, can lead to confrontation. If a girl sends a guy a provocative picture, it is possible for him to send it out to all of his contacts. Bullies even use their cell phones to awkwardly take pictures of their victims. Cell phone cameras and digital cameras are a growing problem in the cyberbullying world. A recent survey found that 10% of 770 young people surveyed were made to feel threatened, embarrassed, or uncomfortable by a photo taken of them using a cell phone camera, according to Examiner.com. Also, misinterpretation and miscommunication can result in unintentional cyberbullying. In a study done by Angela Baldessare et al., one of her groups of students was joking sarcastically to one of her other friends through the use of a cell phone, and that friend got very offended. They resolved their conflict and came up with an idea called the sarcasm hand. When one girl gets offended from sarcasm, they will say, "I'm raising my sarcasm hand," so the other person will know to stop. Baldessare et al. Also recommended to use emoticons and abbreviations such as LOL when you are texting sarcastically to someone to avoid miscommunication with others. Cyberbullying is also present through everyday emailing. Some people are hackers and have phony emails, so they can try to ask random people personal questions about them to get into personal accounts. Sending harassing or threatening messages, attaching viruses to emails, or even including private information about a victim and sending it to hundreds of people. Criminals appear not only through email, but even on websites for purchasing items such as eBay. On eBay, criminals can bid and win on an item being sold, but give a phony check when they do not pay with PayPal. The good news is that in today's society, The law enforcement agencies, such as state and federal, can trace criminals through something called IP, which is a fingerprint of a computer. So somebody harassing someone can be traced. Although, as the law enforcement agencies get smarter, so do the criminals. The criminals will download a software called Tor, which moves the criminal's IP to a computer that is located in Japan to make it harder to be traced. Conflict surrounds us every second of every day, and it comes in many different forms. I'm sorry. I see you. It's distracting me.
Your phone is going on.
It's okay. Cyberbullying is present through websites online, cell phones from texting words to texting pictures, and through email. Today's law enforcement agencies are getting smarter, but unfortunately the criminals are getting just as smart as well. Cyberbullying increases as we advance in technology through social networking. Now tell me, how many of you have experienced cyberbullying? Were you the bully or the bullied?
Although social networking has helped many people reunite, find employment, connect with fellow classmates, and etc., it has also helped criminals to connect, share secrets, and even recruit innocent people to join other criminals. The perspective of how social networking crimes border positive and negative vary. However, with every form of communication comes conflict, whether it be major or minor. It truly is how one perceives conflict and forms resolution. In this case, it is how social networking influences crime and how such crime finds resolution. Although there are plenty of social networking sites to choose from, we often see criminal activity directly on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. What has become very common when using these sites is people/criminals posting comments, pictures, and or videos about crimes they have committed, assuming authorities will not arrest them, or assuming that their posting will not be sufficient evidence to press criminal charges and hold up in court. According to the FBI.gov, 46% of 10 to 17-year-olds share personal information and pictures with complete strangers, making cyber hacking one of the biggest and easiest crimes to commit. Cyber hacking not only steals a person's identity, but often becomes and portrays a person however they see fit. This can branch off into sexual predators enticing other people, cyberbullying, and or defamation. They even go on to say, and I quote, they can face consequences for posting harmful, explicit, dangerous, or demeaning infraction online, including being humiliated in front of their family and peers, suspended from school, charged criminally, and denied employment or entry into a school. In the aspect of a specific crime, one game that has caught on rather quickly and is being posted online everywhere is the knockout game. What these criminals do not understand is that while this may seem like a game, it is very much assault and battery. By posting videos online of themselves playing this game to receive recognition and approval from their peers, they have also allowed authorities to easily access and obtain this video as evidence. Another incident where social media has intertwined with crime is the recent mass biker freeway incident regarding several bikers and a family within a Range Rover. By posting a video online, the public quickly became outraged and authorities extensively investigated the situation. Although few were initially arrested, the video itself clearly showed what happened and who was involved. However, using the same social networking sites, the families of these criminals attempted and somewhat succeeded in raising funds to collect bail money to free these bikers. According to the New York Post, the range of bail for the 11 bikers were from $25,000 to $150,000 each. In another case, the actual crime committed does not involve social networking influence or any support from social networking. However, in an assumption of privacy, a woman posted a comment and picture on Facebook stating that she was the queen of fraud, all while holding stacks of money. According to the According to the DailyMail.co, this woman/mother of three taunted authorities to catch her, all while stealing an alleged $20 million from the IRS. She now faces 21 years of jail time as a result of admitting to a crime on a social network site, even though the police were not initially investigating her. Do you believe postings on social networking sites should be used as credible evidence to criminally charge a person?
Networking in the workplace. The 21st century has experienced the greatest advances in the way human beings communicate and do business with each other. Social media has enabled business people, managers, teachers, students, and especially employees to virtually collaborate on almost all aspects of work. However, this great advance in communication has also created negative impacts in our society, and that includes conflict in the workplace. I will talk about the positive and the negative outcomes of social media in the workplace. This phenomenon allows employees to ask questions, post new ideas, and read, write, and share project-specific articles via Google Documents, Twitter, Care, and sometimes company private log. Google Documents, an online community, allows employees to work on team projects and share knowledge with one another, whether in another state or another country. Google share all kinds of documents, including videos. The name of this tool is Google Dropbox. The employer can create an account for all his staff members, and it allows them to see what is on the desk of each other's computer. For example, if Carla is in Los Angeles and her boss is in New York, her boss can get into Carla's computer from New York and see how far she is on a specific project that they're both working on. He can add or delete information from that project and leave a note to Carla on the project. YouTube is the go-to site for videos on many types of educational or work-related tutorials. I can cite some cases of people who have made their dreams come true just by posting a video on YouTube. Two of those cases are the unexpected success of Justin Bieber, who became famous after publishing videos in YouTube, and Palito de Coco, a poor young man who became a famous singer after someone published an amateur video of him singing the song Palito de Coco. Big companies also use social network sites like Career Builder, Indeed, Monster, and LinkedIn as a recruitment tool. LinkedIn is a network of experienced professionals from around the world, representing 170 industries in 200 countries. Most companies now use LinkedIn for their recruitment strategy, but this social network website is not designed just for recruiters to recruit professionals. It is also the means many professionals use to get services on areas that they might need help. For instance, Mr. Smith needs some Spanish classes. Then he can use LinkedIn to find help on that area of interest. And this site is where they introduce themselves and collaborate with qualified professionals that need in order to accomplish their goals. Barack Obama, the President of the United States, established a new record on the importance of social network benefits when on his first candidacy to become president, he won so many votes by using all the social networks available in the US. He connected with a wider audience than his opponents did. We can use social websites to let information be disseminated to a broader audience within seconds with a click on an icon. By adding a share or tweet this button on a web page, it gives the user a quick and easy method of sharing page with other individuals in their circle, whether it's colleagues or anonymous followers, and that leads to instant exposure without having to send out numerous emails. According to a recent statistic, research, 93% of people who use social network are connected to each other either directly or indirectly. What I mean is that I might not be connected directly with Mr. Smith, but I am connected to Anna, and Anna has a friend who is connected to Mr. Smith. So Mr. Smith and I are indirectly connected through these people. Then I can reach Mr. Smith's profile through them. Most companies understand the brand value of social media but do not know how to implement and maintain their image. The key here is to find highly qualified individuals who specialize in social media branding and who can be real assets to a company. If an organization cannot commit resources the social media branding process, they can consider approaching media savvy employees and moving their roles to include the company profiles. But companies must know that it is necessary to be constant user, not just a casual user. It would not work at all unless the company is focused on brand management. Another benefit to social media in the workplace is that employees and managers can stay in touch through mobile communication technologies such as WhatsApp, BBM, BlackBerry Messenger, Line, Skype, etc. These cell phone applications have allowed social networking to be done anywhere and at any time. Because all these applications run on smartphones such as Androids, iPhones, BlackBerry, etc. Some of these applications allow companies to video chat with their employees. It means a manager can have a meeting via video chat with 5 employees or more who are in different countries. There are even companies that warn their employees about the excessive use of these social medias. There are numerous stories to be told about conflicts that have been created and spread by and through social media network. There are numerous stories to be told about conflicts that have been created and spread by and through social medias. A recent case which serves as an example of what I'm talking about is the case of a young boy who was flying from Boston to Los Angeles. This young boy used the plane's new in-flight networking technology to carry on a video chat with a friend in another seat. He added other people simultaneously and who were using the plane internet connectivity to chat with friends on the ground. All this while sipping alcohol for the entire 7-hour flight. This is the new wired world and degree that young workers are embracing. Always wired, always communicating, always multitasking. It seems to be something very cool, but it can also be interpreted as a means for terrorists to conduct their terrorist activities in American soil. It increases the security risks and therefore creates more work, more responsibility, and more stress at work. This can be a breach in our security. Another problem created by social media's use at work is related to employees' productivity. It has been proven that the use of social media at work always reduces the level of productivity by leading employees to consume the working hours chatting with the co-workers within the company and friends outside the company. It has also created gossips and has enabled employees to spread negative rumors within the company or organization. There is a recent case of a young boy who committed suicide after some classmates videotaped him with another boy. His classmates published the video in YouTube, so this led the young boy to put a tragic end to his life. In my opinion, it is like most things. It has positive and negative sides. We just have to minimize the negative ones and control the use of social media at work by creating policies which regulate or control people who use it at work and the way it should be used.
Elda Production.
This has been a Mercy College production of managing human conflict within all aspects of social networking. I'm Bianca.
I'm Amanda.
And I'm Amy.
And I'm Milton Restituyo.
We look forward to your responses. Thank you.